Hey Prof, how are you today?
Chatting away in a minute or so.
Well, I see a very familiar face. I don't want to probe too much, but is she a celebrity?
Yes, you can say that. She is an accomplished actor in various formats like serials, films, and so on. So her name is Suhita Thatte. You might have very well seen her in one of these media. So we would like to welcome her to this guest episode on Chat Masala. Welcome, Suhita.
Thank you, thank you. Thank you,
So this
Professor.
chat will be
Huh.
about you,
About me?
essentially.
Okay.
Yes.
And not about what I'm wearing and
Oh,
not,
yes.
not about
Yeah.
where I am.
Of
Ojasvi.
course, Ojasvi will feature
House of Ojasvi.
in it as well, but primarily about you and your journey.
Okay.
So let me start off by asking you a very, very familiar question maybe. What got you into acting?
Um, well, I used to dance when I was very small, and dance got me into different styles of dancing, folk dancing,
Yeah.
classical dancing. I learned some Odissi dancing for a few years, and also into theatre.
Mm-hmm.
And I was first play which I did was Gashiram Kotwal, a
Oh.
world famous play.
Yeah.
And I was one of the Brahmanis in that. Then I moved to Bombay and started doing theatre in Bombay. Then I started doing theatre with different groups, and I came in contact with the great teacher Pandit Satyadev Dubey.
Oh.
And that's
Wow.
what made me what I am today, I would say. And that led to different, all kinds of media, basically.
Okay. So after theatre came what? Serials or films or?
After theatre came serials. My first serial I did in 1985
That was in Marathi.
in Marathi called Zhopi Gelela Zaga Zala. That was the first sponsored Marathi serial
Right.
in Marathi for Doordarshan, of course.
Mm-hmm.
And actually, before Zhopi Gelela Zaga Zala happened, I had assisted Amol Palekar for a film, Ankahi. At his invitation, I did assist him.
He co-produced it along with Jayant.
Yeah, Jayant, my husband.
Right.
He had written the film and Amol had directed it, and Amol also had acted in it.
Mm-hmm.
So I was working there. When we started shooting, I was the third assistant. When we finished, I was the second assistant.
You got a promotion.
Yeah, because the chief assistant left midway.
Okay.
So Chitra and we were the only assistants then.
So you have done theatre, serials, films, and also ad films.
Yeah.
So are they different, and in what way, if they are?
Yeah, they are quite different actually. I would say theatre, people see you live,
Yeah.
and we get a live feedback from people, which is very encouraging and very
Motivating.
and enthralling, I must say. Good or bad reviews, good or bad reactions of the audience, but it still is very encouraging and learning experience. And for theatre, you use your full body.
Hmm.
That's the body language.
Unlike
for theatre.
frames in a-
Yeah, unlike television is mostly close-ups and very few mid shots or long shots. So whatever you have to do is in a small frame, and not move too much and not do too many hand gestures and
Right.
things like that. And films again is a different ballgame. Films, they use long shots and they do have close-ups as well.
Yeah.
So that's an added benefit of doing films. And advertisements are a totally different ballgame, because they have to, in a shortest period of time, they have to communicate the maximum.
story.
The story has to go across. So it has to be very precise, and it has to be, people really focus on what message that they want to send, kind of a thing. And they are all challenging in their own way, and very challenging personally also.
Mhm.
I like doing all forms.
All of them.
Yeah.
Okay. So what's the good and bad about being in the show business according to you?
Well, there are good things, and same things are also bad things, I would say. Like you'll meet people anywhere practically, and they'll react in a weirdest possible way.
Yeah.
Like once I was walking on the street wearing normal jeans and shirt kind of thing. So one woman walked across, she came and stood in front of me and said, "Oh, Shri Chai, shirt pant made." And I really was taken aback. I was playing a character called Shri Chai, in which I was a very traditional and gharelu kind of a mother.
Yeah.
And then
So they want you to play the role in
Yeah.
real life.
well, I don't want to play that role in real life. And then in one show, I was playing a negative. So one girl came across, stood in the road, and said, "How I hate you!" And that was the biggest compliment, I would say.
Sure.
If I'm playing a negative role, they better hate me. So this kind of. Then once I was traveling in Australia, and we were traveling on a train, came out of the train and trying to figure out ticket goes where and how do you come out of the station kind of a thing. And this young girl comes across and says, "Aap Fagwade se ho?" And I don't even get her. And she stopped again and she said, "Aap Fagwade." And suddenly I saw the light on her face that she has remembered that I'm not from Fagwada, but I am an actor, and she's seeing me in the reality kind of a thing. Also, some people very lovingly give some gifts, and very lovingly they'll offer you. Like we were having a meal in a restaurant in New Zealand, and there they offered us a dessert on the house.
Who? Indians or the New Zealanders?
New Zealanders, but the waiter was Indian.
Okay.
So he recognized, and then in his own capacity, I don't know if that was possible.
Influenced the hotel to restaurant.
Restaurant to offer us a dessert, and we were like 7 of us. So he must have either paid from his pocket or the owner must have been really generous. But people are very kind mostly. They like pictures in washrooms, restrooms.
That must be odd.
Yeah, but that's their love, I guess.
That's all right. I mean,
Yeah.
that's where they found you.
Well,
Okay. Maybe the last question is: any favorite actors amongst the people you've worked with in theatre or films or anywhere else?
worth thinking about. One actor I love in theatre who's been my friend and a very, very, very good actor who's doing very well in films now, Kumud Mishra. I did my first play, not first, but very important play for me called Sudama Ke Chawal in Bundelkhandi. That is not my language. That is not, I was not familiar with it at all. But Dubeji trusted me with that part. And Kumud Mishra had just come out of NSD then and came to Bombay for the first time, 94 I think. And he played Sudama and I played Panditayan. And that was an amazing play because of the flavor of the language. And it was a big challenge for me. Kumud was very familiar with that language. So we just read the lines for more than a month without even standing up once. And on the day of the show, Dubeji made us get up and did the blocking.
Where was this play held?
Prithvi Theatre. Prithvi. And Ashutosh Rana was also one of the Sudamas. They were both familiar with that language. And they were both very good in it. In a totally different ways. And they are my favorite actors, both of them. Then I love Pankaj Tripathi, with whom I have not worked with, but I have met him and heard a lot of stories from him. We had gone with Sudama only to Patna, where he came and entertained us through the night.
Yeah.
And it was great fun. He is a performer, and I just love him. And of course, the big stars, you like some, you don't like some.
So, any last bit of advice to youngsters who think that show business is something they should go for? You have any advice?
Sure. I mean, most of the youngsters, everyone will have some amount of talent, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Youngsters really have a lot of confidence.
Mm.
But I would advise them to work a little hard, because you can't expect to get everything on a platter. There are very few lucky people who get things on platter. Otherwise, it is a lot of hard work and you have to put it in, and no options for that. Also, you may believe that I can do it, but whether you are able to do it for yourself and whether you are actually able to put that forward to the audience are two totally different things.
Yeah.
So you have to be able to perform, not for yourself but for the audience, and basically be ready to do a lot of hard work.
Is theatre a good way to enter the rest of
Yes,
the media?
I believe that.
Okay.
But not everyone believes
Not
that.
everyone agrees.
Especially the youngsters may not believe that. And theatre does not necessarily mean paid theatre.
Okay.
Theatre also, for me, theatre always meant that you put in a lot of effort, you learn the, all the facets of theatre. Like you do backstage, you do props, you do all kinds of things. And that is how you learn what theatre is totally.
Okay.
And then it is easier to enter any media, any medium for that matter, that you can alter things then, but you have to know the basics.
Okay. So that's a good training ground.
Yeah. And doing workshops is always a good idea. Like not everyone can go to NSD, but they can do some kind of training with some good teachers. That's possible.
Great, thank you very much. I think this was an enlightening episode for many of our
It
viewers.
was good fun.
And
Thank you.
Thanks for being here.
Thank you, House of Ojasvi, for
Sponsoring
hosting
the
it and sponsoring it. And look at my earrings, they are Ojasvi. Please come here, visit, and buy whatever you like.